Hi everyone, my name is Zenaida out of QV Depot. Two Transit Misfits starts right now.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Two Transit Misfits. If you're new here, hope you stick by, join us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Two Transit Misfits. If you've been here before, welcome back. We're just waiting right now on your boy Blunt, who is having some mechanical issues with his computer. He'll be joining us very shortly. But of course, when we have guests, the show must go on. We're gonna be joined by Miss Michelle Lopez, and we will get more into that as we go along. If any of you have watched the show before and watched that show we had her on, you'll know what we're gonna be talking about. So yeah, we have a new contract that needs to be ratified. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Again, welcome to everybody that's popping up. Let's say what's up. And we're going to talk with the MOU. So basically, today's show might be strictly for MTA TWU Local 100 members, but we hope that everybody else just um, stays with us, joins us, especially if you're in other unions, because we'd like to see your input on what we have here. Our contract. Um, Blunt's really having some problems. But we'll start with this. This is what they were giving us. They sent us the highlights for the new contract. So we are getting a 9.8 compounded pay raise over the 3-year contract. There's also, well, you know what? Let me not get into all that right now. The things that supposedly we are not given back, which this would be kind of the first. I could hear myself over there. My wife is watching the show. um, this is kind of. Hold on one second, guys. I have to send Blunt something real quick so he could come in. Hold on. Needs a code. There's an issue with this all the time when we want to come on. Let me see where that code is at. Oh, man. Two Trains of Misfits. Is it Two Trains of Misfit? All right, Blunt. Just hold on. I gotcha. Copy this. Send it out to. He needs a code so he can log on. And he should be on here shortly. Well, let's wait about a minute for him to pop in. He should be popping any second. But folks, take this time to please share the show. We really appreciate if you could share this to your own page. Just if you're watching this on our Two Transit Misfits page on Facebook, or if you're watching us live on YouTube, just hit that share. You share it. You pop it right into your page if you don't mind, or any other transit pages that you might be part of. Please share this. Let's see if we could reach out more people today. Today will be kind of an important show that we have for you guys. I've also posted a link, an invite link, on our Facebook page, Two Trans and Misfits, also on our Next Bus Please private page for bus operators. That link is an invite for anybody that wants to join us, wants to give their take on the contract, because we want to know what everybody how everybody feels about it. I'm getting both sides. I've been hearing people saying yes. I've been hearing people saying no. So feel free to join us. We'll put you in the green room. If we don't get too many people on, we'll probably be able to get as many as pop in. We could have up to 10 people on the screen. You don't got to stay for the whole show. You might just come in, say what's up, let us know how you feel about the contract, and you can just move on and keep on watching. What's up, Mark? Thank you. Why is that? Am I not sounding well? What's going on? Mark says if I'm using the new transit radio, is my voice not coming through clear? Let me know. Because that means I got a problem too with this thing. So we're waiting for Blunt right now. And now that someone's mentioning the sound, I'm just gonna check to make sure that we are coming through clearly. Because the last thing we do that we want is issues. Okay, well, I got somebody here telling me that we are good. Thank you. Thanks, Mark. Okay. So Blunt, let's go, Blunt. Waiting on you, brother. You know, I don't want to do this show without you. It's a special show. You're a big part of what we're doing today. A big part of what is going on here was thanks to Blunt's help. So that's why I don't want to really move along without him popping up. So we're 8 minutes into the hour, and I'm just waiting for him to pop in. I didn't want to just not come on because, like I said, we have guests coming on. And like I said before, if anybody wants to join us, the link is on our pages, on our Two Transit Misfit page, on the Next Bus Please page. Click on that, follow those instructions, and you'll be right here in the green room. And then when we are ready, we'll bring you in, and you could let us know what's on your mind. So I mean, as far as I and Blunt, we are very happy about something that we heard that we got on this contract, and that's something that we are very happy about, and I would say proud of. So come on, Blunt. Oh my God, this guy, man. He got a new computer. I don't know why why he's having problems with a brand new computer. This guy, man. I know what we're gonna do with him. But I think that maybe we're gonna need one day a help with the producer to set things up for us. Or Blunt. Ah, Blunt, skitty, Blunt, skitty, Blunt. Waiting on him. You know what? Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna just wait a little. Let's wait what he tells me if he could make it or not. I had to send him a code for him to join us. He's telling me he has a computer that he hasn't used in a long time, so he's trying to open that. He got a message on his laptop saying the device looks like he's here. He was having problems with the device. Looks like he's here. Let's see if he pops up. Nah, Blunt, at least pop up on the screen, bro. Yeah, there he is.
Shit's crazy right now, son.
What's going on, Blunt?
I had to come into my living room, which I'm not. finished packing.
Uh,
So this desk and everything is a mess because my laptop just crashed and it's not responding at all.
is that your new one, bro?
Huh?
Is that
This is
your
my
new
new
one?
one.
What the
That's
hell,
my
bro?
new
You,
one.
you gotta you have
Yeah,
brush wicks for life. Where's Blonde? There he is. He's
yeah.
here. He was having some technical difficulties.
Of course, right before the show, it freezes up.
Bro, that's because you wait to the last minute to come on, man. You got to be on like 2 hours ahead of time.
Nah, I cut it on at 6 o'clock.
No, at 6,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
a
was
whole
having
full.
problems
That's a
since then.
full hour.
Damn. Okay. All right. So you're good. Picture is clear. We will not look what's back behind you. Your buddy's not here with you. I see.
Yeah,
Your
it's on my bed.
your Star Wars buddy.
Yeah, that's all in
It's
my
in my
bed.
bed. Okay. Let me not start with that again. But how you doing, Blunt?
I,
We got some
oh, we do.
celebrations in hand, bro. We did
That's
it.
good.
We did it.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
What? Like you actually forgot?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot,
You're like,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, folks. So we were saying before, like I was saying before, we got the new contract with. It's still in the works to be ratified. Well, I have to vote on it. A lot of people saying yes, a lot of people saying no. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as one thing that we got in there that Blunt and myself have been talking about this back
Since
in
2018.
since 2018 when we started talking about this, which is ABA. We had on our show Robert Martinez with his brother,
Joe.
retired Joe
Yeah, Joe
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah, it
First we
was
had first we had Joe. Then we had Joe and Robert.
Rob, and that's when we asked that question. We were talking about contract negotiations. Wow.
Right.
So this was during contract negotiations again. And we were like, is it possible to get ABA? Because I was told that MTA had approved or had agreed to give MTA on the contract, but what was it? HR? HR, I think it was, said no because it was too expensive. So at that point, Rob had said that it's something that could be changed on the contract, right? So it's all
Right.
about talking.
Said amended.
Amended, exactly. That it could be something can be amended. So we're like, all right. So when we started pushing, a couple of shows went by and we talked about it, hoping that we could push it. Then we had an operator from the Bronx, right? I believe she's gonna be joining us soon. She
Yeah.
was running a little late. She should be in like in less than 20 minutes. She should be in. And she was trying to get ABA services for her child, who's very young, and she gave us her story. Um,
Yeah, she gave us a good insight into not just her child having ABA, but being a single parent and working for transit and having a child that has ABA. So you should check it out on our YouTube channel.
that's true. I wanted to thank. Oh man, see, did I save it?
What up, Mark? Mark S.
Well, we had
Good shit for life. What up?
today's topic, but we're talking about our contract. I mean, that's what's on everybody's mind right now. So I want to thank. Let's start by thanking everyone that signed our what do you call it? What is this thing again? A
Competition.
petition, which which your boy Blunt created this sometime back. He went ahead and created this. You can see this is a picture from when my son, well, I guess when we started talking about it, it was like 5 years ago. He is now 12. He's about to turn 13. He's about to turn 13 on the
He
uh,
still look the same.
10th of this month. He's definitely not acting the same.
Mhm.
So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody. We wound up getting 500. This was the last count. I saw this before we got on the show. 521 signed. A little sad because with all the people that we have on the show in our groups, I think that
Not just that, it's like 30,000 people in transit, and this is
yeah,
for transit.
and
It's
I think
kind of dismal,
we
but
could have gotten more. But you know what?
we
I'm
can't focus on
thankful.
that. We go focus on the people that sign. We thankful for
Yeah.
that.
So thank you for everybody that signed. You
Yeah.
know, little bell for you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to sign that petition.
Right.
Um, you know what? Let's bring in our guest. Let's bring in our guest. Uh, and we will continue this. I see she's already smiling. She's getting ready. You ready? You ready?
Yeah, so getting her makeup
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
put a little
She was getting all
powder.
ready. She's telling me I'll be
Yeah.
right down doing my hair. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Without further ado, Miss Michelle Lopez. Let's welcome her to the
Hi,
show.
how are you?
How are you, Miss Lopez? Miss Lopez,
Hey, Miss
if
Good.
Lopez.
can you turn the phone so be in the panoramic view? Cause that way
Like
you
this?
take that.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Yeah,
Yeah. You can see
you need more.
more.
We need more for our guests. Bigger screen. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining us. So, Miss Lopez, what do you think? You know, without
I
really
want
having
to
to fight
start off
much.
by saying rest in peace to our coworker Alex, who passed
Oh,
away on Friday from
oh,
Kingsbridge Depot.
Oh
from what
wow.
depot?
Today's
RSP.
his viewing. Yeah, Kingsbridge Depot. Today's his viewing. So I initially was gonna go over there, but time was cut short for me. So that's why I was getting ready. And then I had the video the call. But I do
Oh,
want to say rest in peace.
well, our condolences to the
Yeah.
family.
hmm
He rested
Uh,
in paradise,
they would
man.
have put a picture. Had you, if you would have
Let
let me
me
know, we would
know.
have put a
It was
picture.
so short notice. Like,
It just
well, I
happened.
knew about the viewing. It happened on Friday, but I didn't have a
Mm.
chance to send you the information.
Wow. So our condolences to the family and the friends of our coworker.
Yes.
You
Uh,
know him well?
Yeah, he was from the work, from work.
Right, from work. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So you know how long he had on the job? Wow.
Not exactly, but he had some time because he was at Manhattanville and then he went to Kingsbridge like 3 to 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe like three when I started. I have 3 years on the job, and he passed of a heart attack, and
oh,
it was really sad to hear that news. He was very loved from a lot of our coworkers and stuff. So yeah,
And
the
this is
viewing is
gonna sound
actually going on right now. His memorial is today and tomorrow. So
this
I'll
is
try
gonna
to.
sound a little effed up, but it's like it's always the good people that pass away. You know,
hmm
it's never the bad guys. Why is never the bad dudes? Are you gonna have good for that? You know, like it's always the good people that pass away
Alex
first.
had an amazing sense of humor, and he was really good. He was loved. Everybody knew him. He was.
just like yerba mala, you know, the weed and the plants that you can't kill those things. You got to be spraying them. They keep coming back.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the bad thing stays and the good goes. You know.
Yeah, it's
So
always the good people that pass away. Man.
yeah,
Rest in peace, man. King, shout out
rest
to
in peace.
Kingsbridge.
Definitely.
But what up, Larry?
Folks,
Congratulations on the new contract.
folks, if you're watching,
That's what
hit
we're
the
going to talk
hearts
about.
in memory of the coworker we just lost. Hit the heart,
Yeah,
just blow it up. The
Kingsbridge.
hearts for
Remember,
Kingsbridge.
an injury to one, injury to all, and you already know the lifespan of a bus operator. That's why you
hmm
got to live now because you don't have too long after you retire. Some people don't make it to retirement,
That's true.
so
So,
you got to live.
so
You talking
Miss
about the
Lopez,
contract?
yeah. Well, Miss Lopez, tell us how's it going with your child?
He's good. I have him in private placing DOE, so he's the school he's going to is really good, and
Okay.
he's semi-verbal now. He's communicating a little bit more,
Nice.
but I'm excited to see what ABA will do for him.
Oh,
So
well, it's gonna do wonders for him. And we are, you know what? I'm gonna say it. We're taking credit for it here because we started pushing it here, and before we started talking about this, I don't know, Ms. Lopez, you ever heard about it? But you didn't hear nothing about it. No contract.
You
yeah.
just said.
They
What?
You
did
just
shut us up for a little while. You remember when they told you like, "Oh, we're listening, this and that." They didn't want us to make it really loud and
Mm.
continue what we were doing, so they did shut us up.
they try to
We were
distract
waiting to
us.
see if they were
What?
gonna follow through with our word. That was the last time that when we spoke about it, and
Right.
we were doing
Yeah.
the videos and
Correct.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They
Um,
made some promises and it's like, oh, okay, let's see
yeah.
what and nothing happened out of it. But good.
And then I was shocked. to actually really see it follow
Yeah,
through.
right? I mean,
absolutely.
it was amazing to see that. So with that said, as far as the contract goes, I mean, I
We still have to vote it in, though,
we
right?
have
I
to
thought it
vote it
was
in. Yeah, we have to vote it in.
this-
So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we could have gotten better. The wages is one, and there's other things. If you guys, I mean, I have printed this on the page for everybody that hasn't seen the MOU. I was reading through it. Um, I mean, I know that Subway's kind of got screwed with the contract.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know, huh?
Really? Somebody
Yeah,
got
they
screwed?
pretty got much screwed. So a lot of people that are in Subways are shitting on it because they're saying that they looked out for us. Here are the people saying that we are, I guess, like lambs, that they throw us little stupid things and we fall for it. But
it's
it
not
is what it
stupid
is.
things, though. This
Hmm?
contract, I don't know about the past because I only have 3 years in the job. I'm sorry to
Hmm.
cut you off,
No,
but I
go.
feel like the two things that did happen in the contract. And yes, we do need more money. We all do. We want to be millionaires driving the MTA bus.
Mhm.
That's a fact. I want to
Yeah.
work less and
Cost
get
of
paid
living.
more.
It's cost of
That's
living
true.
alone.
But we cannot take from the fact that maternity leave, paternity leave, and ABA therapy is a life changing experience for us as employees for the job. And those are the things that we need to focus on. And that's what I was saying when I saw the contract demands. One of the things that blew my mind was, and I've told my coworkers that I'm at Gun Hill now, by the way, and
Shout out
I
to
tell
them,
them
yeah.
like, we're fighting for easy pass. There's a lot of things that could change our daily lives that we can fight for at this negotiation. Then we're not really looking through. All we're looking at is the money. That's all we're looking at. The money is not everything. The quality of life is more valuable than the money.
Absolutely.
Yes, we all need money. We
Absolutely.
all want to be rich and drive nice cars. I understand that, but healthcare is important. The ABA and the maternity leave. Listen, that's life changing because when I found out about that, like about 6 months ago, I did not know maternity leave was 2 weeks. I just said, oh shit, can you imagine? That's me saying, can you imagine? But how about all those women that have had kids on the job and only had 2 weeks paid? What about the rest of the time they had to stay home without pay and worry
Hmm.
about the bills and worry about a newborn child as well? That's mentally draining,
Two
you
weeks is
know?
not
2 weeks,
good. It was not enough for a mother to start bonding with her child.
yeah,
For
2 weeks.
some, she's a mom.
I salute them.
But
Salute
I heard
them.
that other company did that. That's like a thing. Everybody has 12 weeks paid maternity leave.
What other
Mhm.
company?
So Transit was just behind.
What other
Eh,
company?
hmm?
Look at
You
them.
said the other
Uh,
company did
that
that.
there that it's like a
What,
thing that
I
BT?
am here.
other jobs.
Oh,
There you go.
hello.
There's
Hello,
the
young
big
man.
man. What's his name again? I'm
Superstar.
sorry.
He don't want to. He like, I'm not even bothered.
¿Cómo se llama? What's his name?
Amir.
Amir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amir. What's up, Amir?
Mhm.
Shout out to Amir. All
Yeah.
right. And a new future now. Um,
So like
yeah, and also the
yeah.
paternity leave from 2 weeks to four, which is kind of good for a father also to
Hmm.
be there to be able to help the mama out.
Hmm.
At least those 4 weeks out of the 12. You need both parents to be there for a child, so that's a great thing.
Let me ask you a question, because I haven't had time to read the contract, but the 4 weeks, is that, let's say you is a two-parent household, is that for each parent
No, the 4 weeks is for the father.
or
It's
for
from
the father?
2 weeks went up to four now, so we got 2 more weeks. The moms used to get 2 weeks, now they get 12.
Okay. So let's say the mother takes 12 weeks, then after the 12 weeks, the father could take his four
No,
weeks.
there has to be an
No,
individual thing because yeah, that can't
I
be
think
mixed.
it's at the same time.
Remember,
Once
in the
you
job, you
you
can't
got a
say no
child.
because that's my wife. We're gonna divide your days off. That's just I couldn't imagine something happening like that.
I'd be great at the dad say, you know what? Give my wife the 4 weeks. I'll come
Yeah.
to
For
work.
real, let me
All
share it.
right?
When you
Yeah,
know I'm
we'll
married to
go.
Give
somebody,
her
you get married
16
Okay.
to somebody
weeks.
divided. No,
Okay.
Yeah, I want to transfer. I want to transfer to my wife.
I, I'll be.
But yeah, speaking of the money though, like you guys were saying, there's a lot of people in trains in the trains department that are upset that I wish we had some of them in here that would talk, that would get on the mic and talk, that would come on and talk. But I've been seeing on social media a lot of them are upset about the contract.
They're
But one
upset.
of the things that I heard that was mentioned that made me put like a underline to talk about today was some people are upset about the ABA because they feel, and I don't know how true this is, but
Oh, I
this is
didn't
just
hear
what
that.
I heard, that some people are upset about the ABA because they feel that it kind of takes away from their pay raise. What do you guys feel about
Wow. You know what? Fuck them.
that?
No,
That's what I say. You know
Oh,
what?
I just
That
think
what? No,
right.
our children are our future,
Yeah,
and any parent would do anything for their kid.
everyone's entitled to their comments. I mean, if you
Yeah,
don't really understand what autism is,
they don't. And we're gonna talk about it a little
that
bit more, so
would
those
take
people could actually maybe get an idea of why this is so important.
somebody-
right.
You
It's
know,
huge. I
because if you're
mean,
not in that spot, you just more likely you
like
won't
we always,
care.
Pete, like we always said, if it doesn't affect them, they don't care.
Exactly.
They don't
yeah.
care. So if they don't have a child that's on the spectrum, why should they care?
I heard somebody say, "I ain't having no more kids. I don't care about maternity." That I heard somebody say.
Yeah, they don't care. It
Really?
doesn't
Because they're
affect them. They
looking
don't
just
care.
for them. They're
But
looking for the big dollar. So look, there's a couple of things, Blunt, because you said you didn't hear it. So we get a 9.8 compounded pay raise over the 3 years, which I keep hearing saying is going to be 9.5 when it comes down to it. We're getting a $4,000 in an essential worker cash bonus. So we're getting 3,000 the moment that the contract gets ratified, and then this year, and 1,000 right on the following year. Some people are saying, "Oh, when we can cash that money out, we're not going to get nothing. We're going to get $1,200, $1,500, and that's it. Why
Right.
couldn't they do something better?" But what they're not looking at is the fact that you can roll this into your 401 or your 457 plan,
Okay.
and you'll be saving close to 45% of taxes, which pretty much you get all that money. So
Unless
I'm
you
doing
pull
that.
out
I'm
early.
rolling it right into 457.
Unless you pull out early, then you're gonna be still
Yeah.
gonna pay. But
Well, I mean,
yeah, that's
if
good.
you
That's good.
want
You
the
got the
12 or
option.
$1,500 out of 3 or 4 grand, it's on you. Granted, but just know that that choice is there. You could just roll it into 41 and 57, and it's like found money, and it just grows from when you're ready to go.
I remember this is a, this is going back. Um, it's got to be at least 8 9 years. One of the contracts where we got a bonus, and everybody was calculating their money. They're gonna get this. They're gonna get that, and almost everybody that was calculating got like $400 or $500 at the end.
Yeah, I
After
got 7 and
taxes.
change. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
they,
shit,
people were so mad. I remember
five thousand
everybody
dollar
was so
bonus,
mad at
woohoo!
people, and I'm like, yeah,
But we were not able to roll that in that time.
no, yeah, no, you have to. I
So
was
with
there.
this, you can.
Once you
So
got that
what else
check,
we got for the articulated bus drivers? From $2, it's going to be now $4 an hour. So basically, what we're going to make after the contract is over, we will be at 41 and change, right? But if you're working now when the contract gets ratified and you're working articulated like an art line, our depot, the B35, you'll be making the 41 and change now because of those $4 extra. So you can make it even more, when the 3 years are up. But
yeah,
that's just for I see that's blood money. You could
it
keep
is
the B
blood.
35.
Let me
it's
tell
always
you,
gonna
man.
be blood money with transit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, those art chicks are scam. Those are rip off, man, and I hate them.
and some
I
people
And
love
love it.
Arctics. I
You
disagree.
do?
I
see, think,
love
Where
Arctics.
you're
look,
working, but where
Michelle.
you're working, they're SBS, correct?
That's my favorite line.
You
SBS
pay outside, correct?
SBS 12.
Right. But see, in our depot, which is the B35 that has articulated, it's like a regular bus.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm on a floater now, so I do local buses, but I
hmm
usually stay on the SBS. But either way, Arctics is just my favorite lines. They're
I mean,
just
they
This is
drive beautifully.
I
this is
don't
the
do
beef I have with Arctics, right? Arctics are two buses in one.
Mm,
So you're doing the job of two bus operators, and they only
pretty
giving you
much
what $4 extra.
$4
They're not
extra.
giving you your pay plus or time and a
that.
half.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
that's the beef I have with it because you're doing the job with two,
Yeah.
and they only giving you pennies to the dollar. You know,
That's
so I tend to be upset. A lot of people, I mean, it is good money, but I mean, if you look at the bigger
But
picture,
you always have the choice of not to pick that line.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
I
if
would.
you.
I mean, no, I'm lying. I'll do that shit.
You would?
I'll
Nah, no,
not be
thank
honest.
you. I will not.
I'll do
What
it.
else? They also said we're they're adding $2 million, $2 million more a year to improve dental and vision coverage. Well, they're not exactly saying what that's going to be.
Yeah, they didn't.
So,
Like, got a
$2
lot
million.
of
It
ragged
sounds
tooth
big, but it might
insurance.
be nothing when you get to the nitty gritty of it. Maintainers are getting $1,000 bonus, an increase of $350 from the current bonus. And of course, the medical coverage for therapy for autistic children, ABA, yes, sir. They're going to give medical coverage for COVID-19 widows, widowers, and their children.
Mhm.
And a good thing here, MTA bus retirees would get a free MTA bus pass. I mean, when they get on the bus, you see a retiree. A lot of drivers are not going to be like, yo, you know, a lot
Pete,
of them just
did
getting
you put
anyway.
the link up
Which one?
for today's show?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm just asking. Because I
Yeah,
would like.
yeah.
What up, John? John, we put the link up, man. I'm
It's
really
it's
interested in hearing what you got to say about the contract.
yeah, it
So
came
join
on. You
us.
talking about the link for this show for us?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
today.
it's on YouTube and the two Facebook pages. Yeah, I put it
Yeah,
up
John.
yesterday.
John, if you don't mind being on the screen,
Yeah, John,
that link.
if you're on
Join the
Next Bus
conversation.
Please or in Two Transit Misfit, the public page, go in there. The link is there. You click on it, and you'll be right here with us with Michelle, Miss Michelle Lopez, and you could give us,
Or anybody wants to join
anybody,
us.
yeah.
It's open. It's
Yeah.
open.
And
Mario,
I
what's
even
up,
posted
Mario?
another video about it to let people know they want to be part of the show.
Camp, if you got anything you wanna chime in on, you can speak on it. To use your phrase.
Another thing I saw that you guys, if you got the MOU, there's going to be enhanced medical benefits for the retirees. I was reading that page,
I
and
heard the retirees got a good deal out of it.
it's not bad, man. Meaning that I'm going to be out in 3 years, maybe four. I mean, I see here there's going to be like two options. There's Aetna option one and Aetna option two. So you got it on Aetna option one. You have a lot of stuff that's covered: inpatient hospital, emergency room, urgent care provider, ambulance. The things like that, which are
Pete,
and again, there's going to be those that are so healthy that are going to be like, I don't need that.
you wanna
What's
put
that?
me down as a dependent? I
Yeah,
need
I
some of
was
that.
actually talking about, hey, it would be nice if we could put, let's say, our in-laws that are living with us or parents living with you, if you could put them as a dependent. But I guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I've been stretching.
What
Been
else?
reaching.
Bereavement time now covers grandparents, stepchildren, and grandchildren. But if I heard, which we already had this, so I don't know why they put that in there, because there's always ways that if your grandparent or a stepchild passes, that you could get the time off, bereavement time. So
Well, how much
that
they
was not
talking?
new. Hmm?
How much time are they talking?
That I don't know. I think it was. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I know it's more than 3 days. They were also complaining about that Me Too clause and wages with LIRR and Metro North, that if they get a raise, they're supposed to get it, but
Right.
supposedly there's some kind of a little underhanded loop there that is basically it could go to the table. That's it, to talk about it. But now that would actually 100% they get a raise, and we're gonna get that. So that's a little crap. But the good thing is there were no gift backs, and some people are saying that it was BS, that it was fake, that they just put that in there, that it was never gonna happen. But according to them, they didn't double up the healthcare like they wanted to, from 2% to 4. They eliminated conducted jobs with OPTO expansion and overtime, which they said was going to be only after 40 hours instead of after 8 hours a day. They knocked that out, and they wanted to reduce vacation for new hirees, and supposedly that was also knocked out. And we got 3%, and 3.5%. So, I mean, when the paper comes in, I'll know what I'm going to vote. I would vote no. I would vote no only if it was guaranteed that we would not lose what we've been fighting for since 2018 to having a contract. If we would not lose the ABA for our children or other children, because mine is going to be 13, and there's a lot of others. I heard there's like 20% of the force that has children on the spectrum.
Yep.
And
And
I'm
it's rising.
surprised that with us putting all this out there, that they didn't come forward. I don't know if they're ashamed to have a child autistic. I don't know, but I think we could have had more. Shout out to Dispatcher Pringle, who was putting the word out with Michelle Lopez. I know you spoke to her too. She was sending out. She knew people in transit that had autistic children, so she was pushing it out there to let them know what we were doing, for them to sign our petition. I want to give a quick shout out also to Raul Martinez. I don't know if I mentioned him before, but he was all for it. JP, our vice president, I seen him a few days ago at the depot, and he spoke to you, Blunt, that he was all for it. And he told me that he was also pushing the word, talking about it. Obviously, word got
Somebody,
around for them
somebody
to put it
talking.
up there. So,
Somebody
you
talking.
know,
It ain't go up there by itself.
yeah.
Unless
And,
Michelle, you put it in there. You put it in
No, no, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't go to shop gates.
there?
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't go to shop gates. So whoever heard or put it out there.
So we're gonna give some information because again, the big deal for us is not just the whole contract, but the fact that we got this ABA. Um, so ABA, there's different therapies, right? So in early intervention, which falls under the Department of Health, the child can get speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and ABA therapy. Right after that, from three up, it's taken over by the Department of Education. Now, the Department of Education has something that they offer like ABA, but it's not really ABA, and they call that um, special instruction. So it's not the same as ABA. So for those of you who don't know, the speech therapy is basically, help the child with speech. A lot of children, they at the age that they're supposed to talk, they're not talking. So we got specialists that sit with a child and teach them the speech. Occupational therapy, which is basically the fine motor skills, like grabbing, holding, pushing, pulling, stuff like that. You will believe how so many children on the spectrum have an issue with that. For a certain age, they don't know how to hold things. You tell them push, they don't know what push is. Then that's followed by physical therapy. Physical therapy is basically the larger muscles, the jumping, the running, the skipping, that sort of therapy for children like that. So it's very important. So they get this throughout the age 3 and beyond that in the schools. But now comes to the ABA, the Applied Behavioral Analysis, and that's where the money. That's when it's money. That's when we have an issue with that. We as parents that don't have the means for that. Matter of fact, when we tried to get it for our son, the first time we tried and we called this place, they wanted $600 a session.
There's a
Say that,
coworker of
say that again.
mine from Gun Hill
Mm.
that he expressed to me 3 days ago that he went out to get another insurance that paid for ABA and his deductible was $1,200
Yeah, see, that's what it gets you,
to get
man.
his 3-year-old's ABA therapy. So he
So
was so happy about it.
yeah, so
So
he had to come out of his pocket $1,200 before they even start paying
twelve
for
hundred
And
anything.
dollars.
1,200 deductible, but with the insurance, I'm pretty sure he had to pay for that as well to have that insurance that
Right,
paid
he has to pay monthly for the insurance, but then he has to pay the 1,200 before they even kick
just
in.
so his son could receive applied behavior analysis. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this. Is about a minute 55 seconds, and this is basically for those of you who maybe have issues about ABA, like because I've been asked at work what the hell is ABA, so I try to explain them to them. But watch this little video. It's a Dr. Deborah Fine, Fein, Fien,
Fine.
speaking and explaining exactly what ABA is. Check this out.
So ABA is short for Applied Behavior Analysis, and this is a technique that's based on learning theory, and it has two aims. One is to teach skills, and the other is to try to work on problem behaviors or interfering behaviors. So the interfering behaviors might include
Bring the
avoidance of eye
volume up.
contact,
I can't hear it.
sort of obsessive interests about strange things, sensory self-stimulation, like this kind of thing. And that can really interfere with developing social relationships and with learning from the environment. So there are, and then there are other problem behaviors, of course, like aggression or property destruction or refusing to do what an adult is asking. And those things can be targeted with things like planned ignoring, reinforcing alternative ways of expressing it. So there are a whole variety of behavioral techniques to try to really reduce these interfering behaviors. And then the other big main thrust of ABA is to teach skills that the children are not learning the way typically developing children are learning just naturally from the environment. So if you have a 3-year-old child with autism who is not yet speaking, just giving them normal language input has not been sufficient to trigger their language learning. So instead, you break down these complex skills into very small pieces, and you teach them one at a time with prompting, and then you fade out your prompting, and a lot of liberal use of all kinds of different rewards or reinforcers. And it's really amazing how fast some children can learn given these conditions.
So that's kind of in a shell what ABA does. So it's a huge big deal. That's why we are so happy to have that, and we hope that we keep it. Not you
Right.
know.
I mean, it really is a big deal, and for those who are lucky enough to not have a child on the spectrum, just keep your fingers crossed because that number's growing every year, and you never know. You just might be the next parent who has a child on the spectrum.
That's
Then
true.
you'd be like, "Whew, I'm so glad we got that ABA."
hmm I believe now it's like 1 in every 77 children. Used to be higher. You
Everything
said
else.
they're like 1 in every 88 or something like that, but now it's like 1 in every 77, or maybe less. The last time that I checked.
I have
Did
a
you know?
question.
One
So
in
if we
every
vote the
children has
contract
ABA.
down, if we vote the contract down, that means we'll lose everything in the contract, or they'll just go for what we're voting
Well,
against.
it's supposed to go to arbitration. That's and you know what? The last contract that we had when it went to arbitration, we lost a lot of shit. So I'm worried because people are saying, "Oh, it will be better." I don't know about
And it
that.
didn't get better by them
It
sending
didn't.
it
The
back.
last contract when we went into arbitration, we came back and we lost. We even lost, I think, 1 or 2 holidays too. So I don't remember exactly. If somebody watching could let us know, but I know that we lost stuff. It didn't get better. It didn't get better. So I'm not sure about who could guarantee that if anything they will have more for the subway or we will get a bigger percentage on wages.
You
But
threw them everywhere.
like Miss Lopez, like you said, money's not everything. We do get nicely paid, but that's in my opinion. All right, I got to work a little hard, do a little overtime.
Yeah.
But there are other jobs out there where you know you work harder to earn money.
Yes.
And I understand Rafael Pacheco, he's gonna vote it no. Hey, that's
Mhm.
your prerogative. But again, Wilfredo, like we said before, or I don't know if you knew, but you could roll that into your 407, 401, or into your 457. You have a son is okay, so then you understand. So I think this should be a plus for you. I don't know why you would want to turn it down,
I,
unless you got the money to pay for ABA.
I think $41 and bringing the art ticket up $4 as well. I think that's
Think
decent.
think it should be
Oh
more?
no, don't get me wrong. That's
I'm not
decent
I
money.
don't think it should be more honestly because if you look at the other contracts, that's not much they have raised. Not like they go 10%, 15%, and then they just went down. Unless I'm wrong. Is this the first time that it went to 3% for every year or every year they do
Uh,
5, 10%?
I don't remember ever
No,
seeing
because the year
5%.
Because
before
I
that
remember
was
when I started 3 years ago, you start at $25 an hour. And now I'm
Mhm.
3 years in the job.
25.
Exactly. And the next contract is going up to $41.
When
So
I started, it
that's an
was sixteen
improvement.
dollars an hour.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
same here.
When I started, it was $16 an hour.
Exactly. So we're improving. I do not see why someone wants to jump from 36. Well, I don't know. To each his
No,
own,
see,
to be honest.
what people are really upset is that it's the cost,
Inflation.
right? The cost of living just
Inflation, yeah.
keep on. We're not
But
we're not we're not getting what the cost of living
they're
would
smart.
be giving us.
Instead of giving it to us hourly, they decided to give it to us in our tick pay so we can work for our money because the whole system is effed. It wants us to work for blood
But
money, for our money.
here's the thing, Miss Lopez.
That culture doesn't change.
We had that in our contract. We had the cost of living wage. So every time the cost of living got up, we got raises. But
Mm.
we lost it. We gave it up as a part of the bargain. So we're not going to get that back. We could fight over
Tell me
more.
that's what we lost that time when we went
We
to
lost that
arbitration.
before I got on the job.
Or was it before
We're
that?
gonna keep losing. That's what the MTA gives us all we want and then takes it away because we don't we don't stick to what we really want. We just want more
You
and
can
more
say
and
what
more.
you can
Yeah,
You
say.
go
guys
ahead.
keep saying that we lost, and it's frustrating me
It
because the
is.
culture in the MTA is not being knowledgeable to your standard of living. Everybody just wants money, and then that's how the MTA gets you. The first contract, they go 50-50. And then when you go fight it, they take everything away. Now this is what you're gonna get.
And
And
you
we're
have
not
said
realizing how they're playing with us. We're
you
not
have
even seeing that.
you have said exactly what we've been talking about since we've been on air.
We're so
We don't
ignorant
get
as a
involved.
culture
People
in the
don't get
MTA.
involved. People don't get involved. They
It's
sit
like
there and they cry about everything, but they don't want to go vote. They don't want to go to the meetings. They don't want to go to negotiations. But they'll go on Facebook and talk all this trash.
And then there's a division. The union is divided. We have other groups that, rather than work together with, with other people who are fighting this fight, they go on their own to do certain things and
Right?
and
It's a
putting
fraction.
everybody against each other.
Right?
Oh, I don't want to work. I don't want to help these people because look who's leading us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Look who's throwing. Look who's putting out this event. We don't to him, so we're not gonna go to the event.
yeah.
Like for instance, people don't mess with Tramel Thompson. They don't like him. So if he puts out a rally that's about assaulting employees, a lot of people don't go because they don't like him. They don't care that it's a rally about employees being assaulted. So it's like, come on, that shouldn't matter. Who's throwing the rally? The rally is
especially
about
the
the employees.
especially those that are supposed to be leading the union. Like they don't
Right.
they don't say, okay, let's support this guy. Let's support him. Let's be there. No,
Especially the union,
because it's
right?
not coming from the union. So they're like, nah,
Yep, they
we,
won't
we, we
support.
don't want no part of it. You know.
John says only 3%. Only 3% of operators will get that $4 a raise at 12,000. At a 12,000.
I didn't understand that. He's talking
I
about
didn't
the.
understand that.
Let me put that up there.
Please specify.
Yeah, John, you're gonna have to clarify
Three
that, bro.
percent
We're
of
Yeah.
not gonna put
operators will
that
get that $4 raise at
at
twelve
a twelve
thousand.
thousand. You want to speak English, there, John? I mean, come on, bro. Killing me here,
John, you
man.
drinking, bro? You
I'm
drinking?
trying to figure
What
that
you
out. You
drinking,
guys,
bro?
Is he talking about our tick
he
pay?
did that on purpose. He trying to mess with our heads over here. Like, what he said? Come on, John, stop playing, man. So, but yep, the consensus is all over Facebook right now. I haven't seen anybody who really agreed with the contract. Most of the people I see on there, they really. I mean,
I
I've
have a
seen
few. I've seen a
mostly.
few. They actually asked me, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, it's not all about the money, but we can't get greedy either, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Because we're gonna lose a lot. We continue to be greedy for real.
Right.
How many stick what?
How many odd
Arctic
chicks? It's
buses
supposed to
are
be
there?
odd chicks.
There's
Eight
a
chicks.
lot. I mean, not in Brooklyn, but in the Bronx, we have a lot. In the
So you're
every
okay. You seem to be happy with that $4.
yeah, there's money in the Arctics. That's
Mm.
fine. I'm not leaving the Bronx for sure. In
You
Gun
say
Hill, we
that
have
now.
the 39.
Well, where were you before? Because you said
I
you.
was in Kingsbridge before.
She's in the Bronx. She stay in the Bronx. She's a Bronx
Yeah.
girl. She's scared of Brooklyn. She ain't trying to
Oh,
come to Brooklyn.
oh hell yeah.
Look. See,
That can
Bronx
keep
Yeah.
and
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. See,
That,
let's
that can
go.
keep Brooklyn. All
You
the
know, so-
shootouts in MTA buses are from
oh,
Brooklyn.
stop it!
From Brooklyn. They don't come from the
Stop
Bronx.
it!
What's
No,
that?
but they got the
The
stabbings in the
shootouts.
Bronx.
Oh,
So
bullet went through the window.
yeah, but they stabbing each other in the Bronx. So
Yeah, that they do, but
Stabbing each
yeah.
other. They're surfing on the buses,
He said
hanging
only
from
3% of
hanging from
operators.
windshields,
we get the.
wheelchairs standing right in front of the bus, so the bus can't go
That's
nowhere.
only if they catch you.
I get what John's
Oh, they
saying.
got you.
John's saying if you look at the amount of artists that's out there, that's how you determine who's getting that raise or not. So not everybody's going to get that raise.
Yeah, I could see in Brooklyn how could that in Queens too, how that could affect them.
What? Who's Facebook user? Mario. Okay, Mario Serino. He got a good pussy. This is something I was talking about. Listen,
Mm.
listen. To
So they have, of course.
There's money in the artists, but it's also cutting runs because he says no, but yes, they cut work on the 35 and then went out there and cut work on the one and then came to Omar Park. So yeah, they cutting runs because you got one bus doing the job of two buses, so they cutting runs, and
Yeah.
that's what I
If it
mean.
was your company, you would do the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, if
You're
you
trying to save money, so you'd be like, all right, I could put this
exactly
RTX and save money on these
exactly
buses, on
Ex-
maintenance and all that stuff on the buses. So, I mean, if you look at it on their perspective,
mhm.
they're just trying to save a buck.
The whole thing is the bottom line.
But the
Eventually,
other thing, the reason that we lose runs too, is because we got coworkers out there playing games. And
And
then when
making
they
the
see
schedule
that the
work.
buses are not collecting any money, they'll be like, all right, well, this guy, this run over here is picking up all these people. The one behind them is really rarely doing any work, so we cut that run.
Right.
yeah.
Even if they don't pay, you get the F5 to let the transit authority know that somebody got on that bus. If you don't hit the F5 and 20 people don't pay, then they gonna go, well, this bus is not being used,
And
so
they
we
look
can
at
cut
that,
that run.
and
Yeah,
they
they look
actually
at that.
do look at that.
They'll cut
They
the
look at
run.
the area, and then they see what they got to do about it.
Yeah. And if you, like you said, if you look at it from a company's point of view, you worried about the bottom line, and having one operator do the job as two is called efficiency. That's what they call it,
That's
efficiency.
true.
They say, oh, they can do it, you can do it, let them do it. Oh, well, we don't got to give them $60 an hour. We give them $34. They'll be happy,
And
and
then
it
I wonder
happens.
how many of those are complaining about the contract have actually gone to these meetings or what have you
Did you guys
to
go to
fight.
the meetings? I couldn't go. I was always working. Did you
Nope,
guys end up
same
going?
here.
So here's the
Same
thing,
here.
though. I mean, a lot of people don't go to the meetings because they feel disenfranchised. Just they don't feel like it's worth even going anymore.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, it
because you
used
feel
to
like
be like,
nothing ever happens,
yeah,
and it's gonna be the same thing again.
barking at the same tree. You get the same answer. We'll get back to you when they don't get back to you, and it dies there. It dies at the floor. But here's the thing: if you don't go, and you don't keep asking questions, and you don't follow up with your question, if I ask JP, what are we doing about ABA? And he says, I'll get back to you. And if next week he don't say anything to me, and I don't say anything to him, it's going to end there. But guarantee you, when I see him next week and I ain't hear from him, I'm gonna say, JP. First thing will come out of my mouth is, "What's going on with the ABA? How we doing? How we doing? Walking it out." It's gonna be a bunch of things. I'm gonna be on his ass until I get some kind of answer, some kind of response. And I want the response I want. So if he give me a bad response, I'm gonna still come back and be like, "That's not good enough."
Yeah, that's what
But
they do in those
don't,
meetings. They'll say, all right,
don't
they'll take the
follow up.
book and be like, all right, we're gonna look into that.
That's it,
But
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
leave it at that. And then and
Hmm.
you swallow that, and you take it with you. No, you can't swallow that. Okay, you gonna get back to me when?
But but it's by that same token, we didn't see them coming into the depots to push the membership to go to these meetings.
Do they
If
have
it
to?
was such a
Is
big
that their
deal,
job,
huh?
or is that your job as an employee to go to the meeting as a member?
No, 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 no. But these are the guys that are leading us, right? These are the guys that we vote in.
You already
So,
know how I feel about
so
that.
yeah. Well, what is it that you call them?
Elected officials,
So these elected officials,
right?
and there's plenty of them. once contract talks are coming or once meetings are coming, there's no reason why they cannot go into each depot, each garage, like a shopgate kind of thing. I said, listen, guys, this is what we're gonna do. You need to be there. We got to stick together. Just and we spoke about it before, like when the coach speaks to the team before a game,
Yeah.
he hypes them up. So if we don't see that, we're like, these people don't even care. They're not gonna do shit for us. So they were like, I'm not even gonna go. They don't even push themselves to come to the depot to speak to us and tell us what's going on, what the plan is. So we're like, I'm not going. For what?
Matt Store started having something similar to what you're talking about. They started having like coffee hour or something like that.
Well, you got individuals in certain depots who do the job as an elected official, and
Yeah.
they're not elected. So
Yeah,
you
we do
know,
have a couple. We do have a couple on our we do have a couple on our in our depot who do that, who go pretty much above and beyond
yep,
on their own, even though they're not elected to go
yep,
help out.
exactly. So it's like you can't if you don't see them coming to the depot, you have to take it upon yourself to go to these meetings. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying everybody, the people that's watching, because some of the people who are elected are not doing what they're supposed to do, or they're just too busy to be doing little things like telling you guys what you should be doing.
I
When
think
everybody's grown in transit, as far as I can know.
I think nowadays instead of like meetings is good and everything, but the social media is loud.
Exactly,
The
it
internet
is.
is powerful.
It is.
So even a link to get everybody together through their phones or anything like that would be awesome, rather than being in a room like at a certain hour.
The
This a
internet is
podcast.
very powerful. It's
Yeah,
very powerful. The
extremely
one
powerful.
drawback about social media is that it doesn't really matter how big you are. Not everybody's going to see your post, and most of the
Exactly.
time, people won't share it, no matter how
Yeah.
important it
If,
is.
if if they don't really know you, or if you're not, what do you call it? What do you call it? Like, everybody likes you. If you're not
Not popular.
popular enough, yeah, they just don't show up. Facebook user, whoever you are, I don't know what you mean, but check your phone. I'm
They
looking
sent
at it. I don't know what you want me to look at.
they sent a tentative agreement that LIR turned down.
Oh, I see it now.
That's Jay. What up, Jay? Bitch.
They turned down this contract.
Yeah. So
Um,
LIR turned down a specific contract that has some wage increases, 4%, 3%, 3.5%, and 7%. Jeez,
Sweet cheese.
with retroactive.
Come on.
So they turned down a contract that had 24%
Sweet cheese.
increase over 5 years.
Oh, sweet cheese.
because they used to get it more.
Yeah, LIR gets paid.
They get more. They're like,
They
some
get
of them are
paid.
making like $50 an hour in Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I put an application in. They
But hey,
never
yeah,
call me.
exactly. That's what you do. Hey, go over
I
there. Go where the
applied, but
money
I
is.
heard to be a conductor there is extremely hard. They do an extensive course.
Yeah, it
Real.
is. It is.
It's
Yeah.
extremely difficult to get in there. But I applied if they ever
Yeah,
call me.
but they never call me. They do. They must have looked at mine the way. You ain't coming over here. This is. I've been saying all these percent. You put that up.
Oh,
Oh, you
we're
put
going to
that.
the same time.
Yeah. I've been saying this since the pandemic. They should use the time
Yeah.
and create terms
Teams.
or teams or Google Meets closed meetings or
Yeah.
more people can make. Yeah.
Zoom meetings and all that where everybody could just log in with a link.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome. That would be dope.
Yeah. You
And
could be on your swing and you could still be part of it.
hmm
They have the technology. They could do it.
I
Every
mean, I hate to
We got
keep
people out
plugging
here
this,
doing
but
Zoom meetings.
yeah,
Our
we got
depot
Schools,
has
people.
a
schools were doing
WhatsApp
Zoom
group.
meetings. You
Our
know,
depot has a WhatsApp group that everything posted around the depot, they send it to us in our phones.
we have one too
Yeah,
through
a
our
lot of a
depot
lot of
chair.
depots are doing that. A lot of chairs are doing it.
Yeah, they put
Well, the
all the
union
info
pays
there.
for that. The union pays for their WhatsApp.
No, this is himself.
No, but they have a union paid WhatsApp because that's what.
Who's that?
Janine's
Because we don't
was.
have it at Gleason.
No,
No, they
Janine's
used to. They
she
used to
used to
have it.
have that. So I'm
No,
pretty sure they
the
still have it,
what
but
was
they
it?
just
Wi-Fi? It was a blast, the blast text thing.
yeah.
It used to be with that company not around anymore. That they merged with T-Mobile. What was that with the chirp? They had the chirp phones.
Well,
Um, oh, I forgot what company that was for the phones. That they had the little walkie-talkie kind of phones. Nextel or is it Nextel now?
wait,
Mm,
Roger was president. That was before my time. Look at this.
don't remember now.
So do you remember one year we voted by phone and we turned our contract down, but it still went through?
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
Roger was before my time.
I was there with Rogers and stuff, but I don't remember. I don't remember voting by phone.
No, Rogers was Rogers. Yeah, no, I came in. I came in when Rogers.
You
Rogers did
was
the
there,
strike. Yeah,
2005. Didn't
yeah.
you go to
Roger
the?
did the strike. He was still there. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, but I don't
And he
remember
got
that.
ousted by JP and the group.
You remember that? You remember voting by phone? When
No, I was a rookie, so I
I
didn't
mean,
vote.
I just had was it 1, 2, 3, 4. I had like 4 years on the job. Well, I don't remember
Yeah,
that either. But they could do that now.
they
They
should
should
do.
be able
They
to do
should
that.
do. They should go to phone. It's, technology is there.
What
It,
does Jamel mean by more money and less on the medical or dental contributions? Get the F out of here. Money ain't everything if you pay later on.
mhm.
More
Please
More
money.
money,
specify.
more
Yeah.
money, and less on medical and dental.
So you want to get more pay and less
Medical
given
and
to
dental?
medical?
So
Oh, contributions.
you want to raise and you want to.
Well, we are paying less. We're not. They wanted us to. They wanted. Where is it? They wanted to double the healthcare payroll deductions from 2% to 4.
Mm-hmm. They still the
So
same.
it's still at 2. I mean,
Hmm.
they're not gonna go back down to that. They're not gonna drop like 1.5. They're not gonna do that.
I guess that person's talking about the 2 million that they. Well, that's vision and dental,
Dental, yeah,
not
they're putting
medical.
2 million more for a year to improve dental and vision. I mean, as you get older, you a lot of people have problems with teeth. Your vision is starting
Exactly.
to go, so you need that. See,
Yeah,
it's
especially on the
just
job,
divided when
you
it comes to that. Everybody
develop
has their own.
diabetes. Yeah, you
Yeah.
develop diabetes. That messes with your eyes, messes with everything. So yeah, that vision is important.
So I don't know how this is
It would
gonna.
be technically the same way if they take those medicals and vision and dental away, and we have to pay out of pocket. It's like we're getting paid $41 an hour because the extra money we're gonna get, we're gonna pay it in our
So
medical
here,
insurance.
here's a
Everything.
question from Jamel Chisholm. Chisholm, right? I'm saying,
We
What
didn't give
was
anything up.
no give ups, no give
not
backs.
yet? Well, when we do cancel the contract, we're gonna give everything.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, there were no gift backs. Just some. See, there's a lot of people that still haven't even gotten to see what
Haven't
happened
read
with the
it, haven't read
contract.
it. And it's been up for a
It's
while.
like they're
It's
in the
been
dark.
posted everywhere. It's posted everywhere. We have it on our page next to us, please.
That's why you got to go to your depot chair when these things are going on. Go in there, say what's up, see what's going on, what's new, to keep in touch. But again, Chisholm, let me throw it at you. The gift backs, according to their plan of the MTA, which some people said that it was just a BS, but they wanted to double up healthcare payroll deductions from 2 to 4%. They wanted to eliminate conductor jobs with OPTO expansion. They wanted overtime only to be 40 hours instead of after 8 hours per day. And they wanted to reduce vacation for new hires. And there's probably some other things. Those were just the highlights. So, there's people saying that this is BS, that they were never gonna do that. I heard someone saying that they posted proof that the MTA was not even really thinking about this, that they just threw it in there to make it look, like
I
they were
mean,
not
it
giving
could
any gift
be
backs. But still, there were no gift backs.
right.
What do you guys think about unlimited sick days?
That would be beautiful.
That'd be great, but you know what? That's not going to happen
I
because
didn't have an issue with that. We get 12
people
a
abuse
year.
that.
We should be able to use them when we want.
But why do
Yeah,
we sign our contracts right away? Like the police spent 7 years without a contract. Why
How
do
many?
we give in so fast? 7 years. They just got a new
Yeah,
contract
that's what people are
every
saying.
year.
That they're blaming the e-board for signing this
Please let
after
us know.
only 3 hours of being at the table.
Yeah, why do we give in as a thing. Why do we give in so fast?
I don't know. We don't know
We
what the new
signed that
president was
contract. We
doing.
right away want to give it in.
Remember, they kept vice presidents out. They kept
Yeah,
them out. They
they
didn't
kept
let them
vice
in.
president. Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
there's
just a
some
little.
shenanigans going on there, but you know, I guess they
I'm
give
trying to.
little
All
bit
right,
to people to see what they want, and then
there's a
hopefully they'll say yes
slow
to it.
one.
Who's that? Slow though?
That's his
Slow
name.
one ho?
Slow on. Must
Slow.
be Chinese guy. Slow on the hole. No,
No, stop,
we just
stop.
got demonetized.
Uh, Send your
Right to
complaints
left.
to yourboyblunt@gmail.com. Oh man.
Oh, it says
What did he say anyway? Would ever
it
happen?
would yeah it would
Transportation.
ever happen. Okay,
I guess they would never happen.
okay, okay. I guess so. But it says it would ever happen. Transit issues are availability. That's why they
Oh,
wanted
Mario
OTL cap
Sharingo. What's
removed
up, Mario?
and vacation
That's a
accrual
count.
changes.
Was that your son typing that too? I
I
see
was
him all the
gonna
time out there.
ask if the
Don't run me
comments have
over.
like a limit to how many words you can use or something. Because I'm
Oh,
not understanding. I'm not comprehending a lot of
Ms. Michelle Lopez coming at him.
Oh, yo, look, man! Wow, it's been over an hour already, bro.
Yeah, my phone's about
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. I mean, this
damn.
was a great show,
Wasn't
folks.
me. Yo, slow. It wasn't me, bro. I'm
Guys,
innocent.
we that's it. That's all we got to say today. Definitely, Ms. Michelle Lopez, like we always said before, the door is always open for you.
Thank
Anytime you
you.
want to come
Appreciate
join
it.
us, you want to get something out your chest, you want to talk about it, you're welcome back. Anytime, just let us know.
Yep,
You know,
anytime.
no matter whatever it is. If we're talking some BS and you got something important, we'll flip it. We'll flip the script.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
Of course.
hope that ABA goes through maternity leave, everything that changes our work environment is.
Y después a beber. Or you say bebe if we get that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean today we drink, blood. Today we
I
drink.
heard. I know. I know.
So thank you for
All right,
joining us,
bye, Miss
Michelle Lopez.
Lopez. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Folks. So yeah, we come to another show. Again, I'm very happy about the whole ABA thing, and I know I looked at the contract, and there's a lot of stuff that could have been better. Definitely, a lot of stuff that could have been better.
We gotta,
But
we gotta, we gotta look at what's happening in trains and see
yeah, I mean, I
why
have
they're
it here.
so
I didn't
upset.
go through it all, but yeah, but there's just a lot of stuff that they, and I don't know who's at fault for that. Like, is it whoever they had was not bringing it to the table? Like I don't know, like who's supposed to be doing that on their side?
I mean, the only thing that I know about downstairs is that it's very hard for them to meet up with their union reps. It's not like upstairs. We have a union rep at our depot.
Hmm.
Their union reps has to go to booth and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's hard for them to get in touch with the union rep. They have to
But
call or
again, they
whatever.
have WhatsApp and all that stuff that they could just say, "Listen,
It's not as closely knit as upstairs. It's
yeah,
really not.
no, but,
So
uh,
they have it's a little bit more difficult for
I mean,
them.
it's definitely not close. I mean, we saw what happened in the
Yeah,
trains not too long ago between union representative and a worker.
and the
So you
worker.
can just
Yeah,
see
so
how it is down
the
there.
animosity between
I mean,
departments
I
down
wish
there
them
is
luck,
crazy.
but for them to get upset at us, say that we just pick it, we just say yes to
They
whatever they give us.
they need a system. They need a better system of keeping in contact with each other. With social media, it shouldn't be a problem, but it still is. So they
Yeah,
need a better system of
I
keeping
hear
in
you,
contact.
Wilfredo. I hear what you say too. Ebo should have received the copy, took it back to members. I don't know
That's
if they were
that's how it's
afraid of it,
supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go. I don't know why it didn't go that way.
just like they do with the with the pick. They usually will put this is what the proposed pick, and everybody could look at and ask for changes on different lines and stuff like that before the pick starts. So they do that. So they could have done that with the contract. That's true. They could have
Yeah.
done that.
I mean, isn't that what they're supposed to do? They're
I don't
supposed
know.
to bring it back to
Is
the
that how
members.
we do things?
I don't know.
Is that how it's always been done?
I thought the E board was elected by the members to represent them, but they're supposed to bring that stuff back And
And now
then
some people are hating on the e-board. People that were together, working together, all over the internet, on social media, working together. Now there's hate. Now they're like throwing
animosity
shade back and
between.
forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, they sold us out. These guys on the e-board were saying how they would always fight back and all that, and then suddenly we get this, and they're getting blamed for it. I don't know exactly how much they stood there at the table reading the contract, but from what I hear, it was like 3 hours. Like it just took 3 hours and to say
I heard,
yes to it.
heard similar, something similar to that
So
too.
we'll continue with this as it comes along. Again, we invite anybody that wants to talk about it to fill us in, because I don't know everything. So when it comes to this kind of stuff, we put it out there and we take your information and we go with that. And anybody that wants to join us next time, I'll put the link again for the next show. I did put it on our pages. It's there. You could have joined us if you wanted to actually come on the screen and talk. That invite will be open for the next show too. We'll put another link for our next show. And if you want to talk about it, hit us up and join us. Mr. Pacheco, Slow One, Mr. John Carney, you could all join us here and let us know, because John Carney, you have a lot to say all the time on the page. So join us here. Join
Yeah,
us here.
John.
Let them have it. Join
Put your
us
big
here.
boy pants on and come join us. We don't
That's
care
right.
what you
That's
say.
right. All right, folks. So thank you for everybody that joined us. And I don't know if I said it, Blunt. I did thank you, right? Did I thank you for everything you've done? Not sure if I did, but I'm thanking you for everything you've done for the petition and the whole thing with my son, and the videos you've posted, the t-shirts that you created right here. Big shout out to that. The big t-shirt ABA for transit workers.
Which we can't get
Um,
anymore.
huh?
You can't get them anymore.
Anymore. That's it. But
Gotta make a new design for
yeah. And yeah, we don't have
the page.
our page anymore
Yeah,
for
that's why we can't get them because
for
they're on that page that we
merchandise.
lost.
But you could do it
Yeah,
on
I gotta redo it.
Teespring and
I
post
gotta
it out
redo it.
there. All right, folks. So again, thank you again for joining us. It's been a great night, a happy night for us, especially for me and my family. Again, thank you, Blunt, for everything you've done. And with that said, like trying to find where I'm supposed to be. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm tired of talking. With that said, I am Brooklyn Pete,
And I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody.
Later.